A lot of things that I do in the studio is repetition, and here is why. Running really late with things in the studio, trying to get ready for my painting session. I have panels ready for tonight, but I need to get ready with canvases for tomorrow and the after tomorrow, and I don't want to be surprised and not ready when it comes to a painting session day after tomorrow and sometime this week. I also want to have a spectrum of canvases ready, so when I get to the canvas finally, I don't regret that I could have prepared other sizes and I did not. So for that reason, I'm planning to do some priming right now and be ready for tomorrow. I'm going to prime them now, so bear with me. When you look at the videos that I produced in the last 2-3 weeks, or even over the period of time when I was doing less than or equal to project, you will see that there is a lot or more than a lot of repetition in my daily routine and in the studio work. And even if I produce a new work, constantly I rely on the same routine and the same daily schedule that at the end leads to something new. But to me, this repetition and the same things that I do over and over leads to something that I would call maybe success. It doesn't mean that it's a success in a big means that I have like a lot of big money coming in with all effort and work that I put into that. That's not necessarily always the case, but success in a way that I actually produce or create a painting or series of paintings that I'm satisfied with or happy with or proud of. And that is that routine, repetition, that for some like you who've been watching me for the last 2 weeks or last couple of months, you would definitely see it and might at some point get even bored with it, because my life can be only interesting as much, and I can also make videos interesting as much, but not necessarily they are interested, because again there is that one word that comes to my head and my mind constantly: repetition. I repeat myself in all actions that I take, but it is a conscious repetition that at the end will create some type of success in a work that I produced, in form of exhibitions, in form of sales, in form of the content that I can now record and post on the YouTube, on the website, on social media, use it all over in order to promote my art and promote my repetition. I'm going to make a coffee and get ready for live painting session. I'll see you after that. I've just finished one of the painting sessions, I came up with those 3 small paintings. I consider them 90%, 95% finished. It's hard really for you probably to see what they are about, but I'll just tell you those are abstract mix of organic forms based on the plan that I found when I was coming to the studio. I took a picture while I was on the red light standing waiting for the green. There was a really nice big plant coming out from one of the front yards, and I took a snapshot, prepared and then used that for the painting. I am thinking of making another painting session, live painting session, but I will probably do it in about 20 minutes. I'm going to have a little bit of break, drink some water and maybe coffee, and rethink what I want to do. I also want to document those 2 paintings here, and one of them needs a little bit retouch on the background. I'm particularly thinking about this painting here and adding some more things on the background here, and see if that will help. And once I do that, I will probably document them and try to post them on the website this week. I was talking earlier about my routine in the studio during the day, and that you, the viewer or audience, can find the routine very boring at some point. You know, when you discover somebody, you might find that person interesting, but once you get a little bit deeper into daily routine, and you will notice that the things have its own repetition, then that can become a little bit boring. But I think that repetition, not only showing up, but sometimes repeating tasks that are every time different, but repeating them and giving them routine helps definitely in creating successful pathway to successful life, I guess. And that's the only word that I can think of right now. I'm not like a native English speaker, so it's very difficult sometimes to come up with a right word. But I think that having a right routine, and in my case it's coming to the studio, working constantly, thinking about new things that I want to do, and also setting up the time for the painting, and then no matter what, show up with the brush in front of the canvas. I think that that's very important, and I'm always very excited about it. And like tonight, I found myself being a little bit tired before I started the live session, but going through that, and no matter what, trying to paint is a good habit. Even if something won't come up the way I want to, or is not going to be a masterpiece that I will be so proud of, it's still very important for me to be on time and be with my brushes where my place is, in the studio in front of the canvas.